Dave, 2-2 draw against Burscough this afternoon. What are your overall thoughts?
Firstly, I suppose I just want to say thanks to all the fans, the volunteers who turned up this morning to try and clear the pitch. Obviously, it was really touch and go, and without the work and efforts, then the game wouldn't have been on today. Unfortunately, we didn't match that work and ethic during the game, particularly first half. It was probably the worst half of play since I've been in role. I thought we were out-fought, thought we were out-battled. Didn't compete for the first contacts, didn't pick up any second balls. Defensively, we were all over the place. Really, really poor showing. And look, I think there's been some parts of the games over the last few weeks where there's individual things that we want to try and improve and be better at. But, I mean, I don't know where that's come from. It's completely out the blue. And, it's not just one or two players who've had a bad day. It's 1-11 in the first half. Probably lucky to still be in the game at half time. I know we've missed a couple of chances ourselves, but they've probably missed two really good chances as well. So on another day, it could have been 3-0 down at half time. Second half, I think for 25 minutes, we've shown how good the team we can be. And then it was almost like the nerves set in again. And, we've got to. I think the penalty's a turning point. If we put that away, I think the game's done. But we haven't. But then rather than going, right, okay, we'll go again, it's almost like you could see the mentality change, and we just look scared and nervous. So really disappointed, because we've got some really good lads in that group and some strong leaders, and today the character just wasn't there. Yeah, so overall really disappointed.
Looking at the starting 11 today, obviously made a few changes, obviously some of those in force, some of them your choice. Just talk us through the starting 11. Obviously the sort of the key headline there, a debut for Harry Brockbank.
Yeah, so Harry's obviously come in this week on loan from Radcliffe. Is what he's achieved in his career speaks for itself in terms of the level he's played at. I thought he had a tough opening to the game, like the rest of the sort of back line and the midfield as well. But he's a quality player and a really, really good lad as well. He's settled in well. And obviously Tom Moore coming back in, I thought, I was a little bit concerned last week. Obviously losing Jeppo, no Tom Moore. Defensively we looked a little bit fragile, and we actually looked worse today at times for a spell in the first half. And look, everyone has a bad day at the office, and I get that. I don't want to go sort of too hard on people individually, but collectively as a group, from staff to players, I think we've let ourselves down today. And it's not the fact that we haven't won the game. Sometimes you don't play well, and sometimes your ball retention's poor, and you don't quite finish those chances. But like I said, first half it was more work rate and commitment and having a little bit of fight about us that let us down.
You mentioned Ollie Jepson there. What's the latest with him?
So he's had the scan on Friday, and it's come back all clear. So the screaming he did on Saturday was a little bit uncalled for. So I think he'll hopefully be back in training this week.
And obviously Tom Moore, as you mentioned, has come back off the back of missing the game against Pilkington last Saturday. Is he sort of fully fit and where he needs to be?
Yeah, he seems to be in a good place. It was just like a little reoccurring niggle in the calf. It's not a pull or anything or a strain. It's just he aggravates, and it seems to go really tight, and it stops him having full range of movement. So today he's had no problems with it. So hopefully he's over that.
And obviously you mentioned in the interview last week about Charlie Doyle looking like it's more of a long-term injury. Is that still the case?
Yeah, it's just a really hard one to diagnose. He's got an ongoing issue with the shoulder, and it pops out, and sometimes it just takes time to settle, but that can be 3 weeks, could be 6 weeks. So we'll just have to sort of ease him back into it slowly.
And also a player that returned today, Andy Kellett, came off the bench in the second half. I know you mentioned this week that he's featured in training. I guess he's getting back towards full fitness.
Yeah, I think he needs minutes. Again, I thought he struggled when he first came on, and it's hard to get up to the speed of that game. And in hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, maybe the subs were the wrong subs, and I think that's obviously on me. Probably made the wrong decision in terms of the selection of those subs and the timing in the game. But we'll learn from it, and we'll the lads are hurting. But again, it's another game that we haven't lost. That's 8 on the bounce, and the bounce. So we still haven't been beat at home in the league, so we just need to keep going now. And Tuesday's a massive game, tough game away to Cheadle, but one that we know we're capable of getting 3 points if we play the way we can.
One more on personnel. Obviously, Sam Coughlan also came in this week alongside Harry Brockbank. What can you tell the fans about him? Obviously, he didn't feature today.
Sam's an energetic midfielder, really good technically, gets about the pitch well. Maybe in a little bit mould like your Charlie Doyle type. He's got really good ability, runs well. He receives the ball, wants to play. Sam unfortunately had a bit of an issue on Thursday. He couldn't get to training, and look with the pressures that we've got in terms of how fierce the competition is for places. It was unfortunately if you miss training, then the chances are you won't be in the squad.
Looking to Tuesday, obviously as you mentioned there, a big game away at Cheadle. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it'll be tough. I'm presuming they just about got the game on today. They've a game that they've lost, so I think the pitch will probably need a little bit of TLC between now and Tuesday. I think all pitches at the moment, are going to be in a bad way, so it's not conducive to playing football. So we need to go there and try and find a way to win.